I'm here at the Wave in Bristol to find out how much difference a set of fins will make to your surfing. So I wanted to make this as fair a test as possible. That's why I'm at the Wave. It's going to be a mechanical, the same wave every time. So that'll give me a kind of fair test between the two types of fins. The point of the experiment is mostly down to fin sizing. So you can see here there's a kind of considerable difference in the size of fins, and I wanted to see how much difference that actually makes. So I've booked 2 sessions here on the same wave. It's the expert turn session. The first set of fins, Futures Alphas. They're pretty average size. I think they come in one size, and they're going to suit most surfers around average size, around 70, 80 kilos. This is a good set of fins for them. This is the Goilath quad set of keel fins. So they're both keel setups. This is the Goilath set, so these are considerably larger than these. So these are good for a slightly heavier surfer like myself. You probably want to start at around 95 kilos plus. These are the kind of fins I recommend you need, but I wanted to do a really fair test. Now that I've prototyped these, I wanted to test them against another set and actually see what difference it makes. So those are the fins. I'm going to ride the same board every time, which is the Firewire Sweet Potato. I did a review on this recently. The reason I'm using this today is it's quite a good board for keel fin setup. Also, volume wise, last time I was here I was slightly undercalculated the volume, so I've kind of gone the other way now, and this is quite a big board. It's a 6'4" Sweet Potato. So yeah, the first session is going to be on the Futures Alphas, and then I'll switch to the Goilath fins in the second session.
Summertime, dead to anxiety is mining through my mind. Sandman, he sang to us and blended in as he drank to the surf and the sea. Blackouts will come and the skies will turn. As humans we drink to the sun.
Just finished my first surf. I was just going to give some initial thoughts on the Alphas. So I felt like I could pivot quite well off the fin, but this is the first time I've ridden a fin this size, like a bit smaller than the kind of fin I'm used to, and I couldn't feel as much drive in and out of turns as I usually have, and also just I didn't feel the confidence to really push into turns as well. But I haven't surfed this wave in quite a long time, so it could be something to do with that. So I need to wait and see until I do the comparison with the Goilath fin. Hopefully you got a good indication now of how different the fins are. They felt completely different. We'll break down some waves now. So this is the Goilath fin. I'm just going to look at bottom turns and how different that was. So you see on this one I'm able to really push quite hard off the bottom turn If you look at the angle of my back as I get down, it's probably just beyond 90 degrees. So I'm really low down, really able to push really hard off the turn, which is going to set me up for the next manoeuvre. This is the Alpha, and if you look at the angle of my back there compared to the Goliath fin, I'm not halfway as low down, and I felt like I couldn't trust the fin. So comparing both now, the Goilath fin's on the bottom, you can see the difference in how low down I am for the bottom turn with the Goilath fin. And for me, the bottom turn is so important to set you up for whatever you're doing next. And I just felt like I couldn't trust the fin because it was a bit too small for me. I didn't have the belief to really push hard off the bottom and go for it. So that was a really big difference. This is interesting. This is two very similar waves. They start pretty much the same. I'll do a check turn, and then you can see on the bottom on the Goilath fin, because I've carried enough speed in and then out of the turn, I'm able to pump down the line and then do a second little turn, whereas on the top I do the first kind of check turn and then just lose all my speed and can't, then it's much more difficult for me to kind of pick up the speed and get going. So it's just showing, and this is how it felt, that the speed generation from the larger fin makes a really big difference. I just notice it's effortless to generate speed, whereas the other fin you really have to work quite hard to do it. So that's something worth considering as well. So the bigger fins felt completely different, and I think that comes across in the footage. We looked at bottom turns, and I was really able to push and drive much harder off the larger fin. Smaller fin, I just felt I was going to slide out, and the bottom turn is such an important setup manoeuvre. So that made a huge difference, and the actual just drive of the fin as well, and generating speed. So I knew the fins made a difference, but it was good to really kind of look at some footage and really break down how much difference it makes. Anyone who's familiar with the channel will know I've developed a set of regular shortboard fins, slightly larger ones, so I knew these made a complete difference to my surfing. So I knew they made a difference, but it was actually good to quantify it and do it kind of a bit more scientifically with a more mechanical wave.